Section: Introduction. In the rapidly evolving world of artificial intelligence and machine learning, AI, ML, the number of conference papers is growing exponentially, as shown in the figure. This growth, along with rapid technological advancements, has significantly changed how scholarly knowledge is shared. One key change is the practice of sharing preprints online, with platforms like Archive becoming especially popular in the AI, ML community. This allows for early access to research, often months before official publication, leading to questions about the changing relevance and reception of these papers in traditional academic forums. A key question is, how do people choose which papers to read in the digital age? Our paper aims to explore the changing dynamics of academic discourse within the AI, ML community, with a focus on the positive role of social media in managing the challenges posed by the sheer volume of literature. We specifically look at two influential social media users, AK, @_Akalik, and Aaron Komatsuzaki, @Arankomatsuzaki, to understand how their social media activities help in curating and making research visible. These influencers have become key figures in navigating the flood of information, similar to journalists in society, highlighting and contextualizing important works for the community. Recognizing the crucial role of these influencers as curators, we examine the impact of their endorsements on the citation counts of shared papers. However, we also emphasize the importance of maintaining a balanced research ecosystem. Over-reliance on a select group of curators could unintentionally skew the research landscape, favoring certain topics or perspectives over others. Therefore, we advocate for a responsible approach to curation, encouraging influencers to maintain journalistic integrity that includes showcasing diverse research topics, authors, and institutions. Our study addresses the challenge of understanding paper consumption in today's fast-paced academic environment and seeks to uncover the factors influencing the recognition and impact of academic works amid an abundance of research and changing norms in paper selection and review. We explore the dual role of AK and Komatsuzaki in academic communication, observing their activity on platforms like social media and Hugging Face. Our main goal is to determine whether papers endorsed by these influencers receive statistically higher citations compared to non-endorsed works, thereby shedding light on their impact on paper visibility and potential biases in the field. To this end, we make the following three main contributions to the discussion about the increasing impact of academic social media figures in the AI, ML domain. 1. Comprehensive dataset with control samples. We collect a dataset of shared papers from AK and Komatsuzaki containing key paper information. We select control samples through precise matching, using publication details and text embeddings as markers of paper quality. We verify that our methodology successfully controls for paper quality, evidenced by similarly distributed conference review scores. From this, we can rule out the common assumption that influencers share higher quality papers, which naturally would generate more citations. 2. Thorough analysis of citations and demographics. Our comprehensive analysis aims to determine if papers shared by these influencers receive higher citation counts compared to non-shared papers, offering insights into the impact of social media on academic research dissemination. We recognize the beneficial role of influencers in curating research amidst a deluge of publications, yet we highlight the need for balanced and diverse curation practices. 3. Proposals for future AI, ML information sharing. Finally, we propose that the academic community, particularly conference organizers, engage in a future discussion on evolving the conference system. This evolution is necessary to address the core challenge of managing an overwhelming number of submissions, ensuring that quality research is recognized and disseminated effectively. This approach will help ensure a more balanced and comprehensive understanding of research quality and relevance in these changing times. For over a decade now, social media platforms have been studied as an influential means of scholarly communication. Some studies discuss the potential role of Twitter in many stages of the life cycle of academic authorship and publication. Others provide early evidence to support social media sharing as a predictor of higher citation count in medical publications. More recently, Studies have shown a statistically significant relationship between Twitter presence and citation counts across fields, especially after the first tweet. However, some suggest that the correlation between tweets and citations is insignificant through randomized trials. In our work, we examine top-down dissemination from singular influencers, with many more followers than previously studied. Additionally, we focus on the AI/ML space, while many previous works examine fields with a much lower volume of repository publications, biology, medicine, etc. We also contribute a geographic and gender analysis of influencer sharing patterns and provide recommendations to conferences, influencers, and the wider community on managing the evolving field of artificial intelligence research. We model our analysis on retrospective cohort studies, in which a treatment and control group with identical underlying covariates are compared to determine the average treatment effect. In our case, we assume that a paper's citation count is most strongly influenced by elapsed time, quality, and topic. While elapsed time is simple to measure, paper quality and topic are difficult to quantify. We use the publication venue and year as a proxy for quality and use a text embedding of the paper's title and abstract to approximate the topic. Our data collection process consists of 3 parts. 1. Collecting the target set, the papers tweeted by @_Akalik and @Aranko Matsuzaki. 2. Collecting a large dataset of potential papers to match against. And 3. Forming the control set by matching papers from 1 to papers from 2, with respect to the year of publication, the publication venue, and a text embedding of title and abstract. To ensure that we have successfully controlled for quality through our matching, we will look at the review scores of experimental and control pairs from some selected conferences. We extract the review data from ICLR, AAAI, ICML, NeurIPS, EMNLP, and KDD. Across both paired datasets, we found 991 out of 8,525 unique pairs with available scores. We plot the mean review score of each treatment paper against the mean score of its paired control. For conferences that do not use numbered review scores, we assign numbers based on those of other conferences. 7, accept. 5, borderline accept. 3, borderline reject. 2, reject. Using the same 3 significance tests, we do not find sufficient evidence to reject the null hypothesis that the control and experimental scores are from the same distribution. Assuming that mean review scores are an accurate measure of paper quality, we can conclude that we have effectively controlled for paper quality in our datasets. Section summary. In the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning, the rise of online preprint sharing platforms like arXiv has transformed the dissemination of scholarly knowledge. This paper explores the role of social media influencers in curating and promoting research, focusing on the case study of 2 influential users. The study aims to determine whether papers endorsed by these influencers receive higher citation counts, shedding light on their impact on paper visibility and potential biases in the field. The paper also emphasizes the need for responsible curation practices to maintain a balanced research ecosystem. Section: Analysis. In our study, we aim to understand the impact of papers shared by 2 influencers, AK and Komatsuzaki, compared to a control set. We also analyze the geographical distribution and author attributes of the selected papers. We hypothesize that papers shared by influencers have a higher citation count than other papers in the same field. To test this, we compare our target and control sets. We found that papers shared by AK have a median citation count of 24, compared to 14 in the control group. Similarly, papers shared by Komatsuzaki have a median citation count of 31, compared to 12 in the control group. Our visual analysis shows that both experimental sets have higher citation counts compared to their corresponding control sets. We also found that the citation counts of papers shared by influencers are significantly different from those of the control papers, with p-values well below 0.001. This suggests that the sharing practices of influencers significantly affect the citation count of papers. We also found a correlation between influencer tweets and citation count, indicating a shift in how the community finds and reads papers. Traditionally, acceptance at top conferences has been a primary indicator of future citation count. However, our findings suggest that the sharing practices of influencers are now a significant indicator of future research impact through citations. We also examined the geographical distribution of machine learning paper dissemination. Given that both AK and Komatsuzaki are based in the US, we wanted to see if this resulted in a geographical bias in the papers they share. We found that both influencers share papers from around the world. However, our data shows a skewed alignment, favoring the US. In terms of gender diversity, we found an 80-20 male-to-female ratio among authors with identifiable genders in the dataset shared by AK, and an 81-19 ratio in the dataset shared by Komatsuzaki. These ratios are somewhat aligned with the reported gender distribution of US PhD awardees and faculty in computer science and related fields. In conclusion, our study suggests that the sharing practices of influencers significantly affect the citation count of papers. We also found a geographical bias in the papers shared by influencers, favoring the US. Finally, our analysis revealed a gender imbalance in the authorship of the shared papers, with a higher proportion of male authors. Section Summary. In our analysis, we compared the impact of papers shared by AK and Komatsuzaki against a control set and found that the shared papers had higher citation counts. This suggests that the sharing practices of influential individuals play a significant role in determining the future research impact of papers. Additionally, we examined the geographic and gender distributions of the shared papers and found that there is a skew towards the United States in terms of affiliations and a male-dominated authorship in the field of computer science and engineering. Section. Discussion. Our study indicates that key figures in the machine learning (ML) field significantly impact the visibility of research papers, suggesting a shift in how new concepts are spread within the community. We delve into the potential effects of these influencers on the community and propose ways to address the issue of paper selection and promote fairness in the visibility of publications. Influencers and the machine learning community. These influencers play a crucial role in shaping the ML environment. As the field of machine learning expands rapidly, the community is increasingly turning to social media to stay abreast of the latest advancements. This has naturally led to the emergence of a few influential figures. Their role in simplifying the distribution of information is similar to that of journalists in the media industry, making innovative ideas and breakthroughs more accessible. Just as journalists are vital to society, influencers help the ML community stay updated with the latest trends. However, we caution against over-reliance on a small number of information sources. Research inherently involves exploring a wide range of topics from the ground up to discover revolutionary ideas. Concentrating on a few individual selected papers inevitably provides a limited perspective of the research field. We urge the community to maintain a competitive online academic environment, allowing for a variety of highly visible ideas. This can be achieved by actively participating in an open, community-led selection process, thereby increasing the diversity of prominent ideas. Furthermore, just as we expect journalists to uphold integrity by highlighting both well-known and underreported stories, influencers have a duty to share a wide range of ideas. This includes featuring various techniques and subtopics within their areas of expertise, thus introducing community members to new methods and concepts. Promoting fairness. Without a doubt, we prefer to have more voices rather than fewer in the machine learning community. The trend towards influencer-led information dissemination in the ML community provides new opportunities to promote fairness. Our geographical analysis shows a preference for US-based research in papers shared by influencers. While this reflects the current US dominance in AI/ML repository publications, it also highlights the potential to include research from a wider range of regions, including Europe, Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Similarly, there is a significant gender imbalance in the field of machine learning, with a higher number of male authors compared to female authors. Our analysis of gender distribution, although not showing a bias in the content shared by influencers, underscores the overall gender imbalance in ML. This imbalance presents an opportunity to encourage gender diversity in the field. While we focus specifically on geography and gender, these principles are widely applicable. Active efforts in the online sphere can greatly enhance fairness. We urge influencers to actively increase visibility for diverse groups worldwide. The geographical and social background of an influencer could unintentionally affect the diversity of the papers they share. We stress that this does not necessarily imply bias among current influencers, but rather serves as a reminder to be aware of potential biases as the AI/ML field grows. This ties back to our suggestion of fostering a diverse online space where everyone can contribute to expanding the range of shared ideas.